Hello there, folks. This is Alex, and welcome back to Language Liberation. Let me pose a quick query to you. Do you grasp English perfectly fine? Yet when the moment arrives to express yourself, your thoughts freeze up and words escape you. Well, rest assured you're far from solitary in this. Countless students comprehend a wealth of English. They enjoy films. They track audio programs. Yet they remain unable to converse fluidly. What's the cause? In this installment, I'll explore precisely that and deliver 6 straightforward strategies to empower you to communicate more frequently and effectively. Just like every session in this audio series, I'll deliver my words at an unhurried tempo with precise articulation, so you can employ it for echoing practice. You can tune in, replicate, and strive to mirror my phrasing, my cadence, and my tone. My aim is to assist you in honing both comprehension and expression simultaneously. Let's dive right in. All right, allow me to share a crucial insight. Grasping English and expressing English aren't identical pursuits. Numerous students declare, "I comprehend nearly all of it, yet I can't verbalize." That's incredibly typical, and there's a clear explanation behind it. When you comprehend, you're in a receptive mode. That is, you settle in, you absorb, you scan. Your mind is simply absorbing English. You exert no effort. You merely require the essence. But verbalizing is entirely distinct. When you verbalize, you're in an active state. You must juggle multiple tasks concurrently. You must recall vocabulary. You must structure your concepts. You must form the statements. And you must produce accurate phonemes. And you must accomplish all this swiftly in the moment. This challenges even seasoned students. But here's the reality. The majority of students neglect verbal practice. They pore over syntax manuals. They tackle audio drills. They view videos. They compose in English. These are valuable activities, but they won't enhance your verbal skills unless you activate your vocal cords. Verbalizing is an ability, much like preparing meals or gliding through water or swaying to music. You advance solely through action, not mere contemplation, not mere observation, but execution. And that's our focus today. I aim to guide you toward verbalizing more and gaining greater assurance in your delivery. So now, permit me to present 6 effortless strategies to kickstart your journey and activate your voice in English daily. Strategy number 1. Skip waiting for flawless syntax. This is absolutely vital. Countless students hold off on verbalizing. They believe, "I'll express myself once my syntax is impeccable. I must study further first. I refuse to err." But the fact is, you don't require impeccable syntax to verbalize. You simply need clarity. That is, can the listener decode your intent? If affirmative, then your English functions effectively. Consider this. Yesterday I went park. Is that impeccable syntax? Absolutely not. But do you capture the intent? Certainly. That's the priority. When youngsters acquire speech, they ignore syntax guidelines. They utter "me desire liquid." I fancy that. Yet all around them comprehend, and they evolve over time. You possess the same capacity. Committing errors is beneficial. It signals you're attempting. It indicates you're advancing. It demonstrates you're applying English in authentic scenarios. Even inherent speakers commit syntax errors. So shed the fear. Cease delaying. Commence verbalizing immediately with your current syntax. Employ basic terms. Construct brief statements. And above all, convey your desired message. Gradually, your syntax will refine, but you'll already be conversing. And that's phenomenal. So etch this in. Expressive with flaws surpasses mute with syntax. Got it? Expressive with flaws surpasses mute with syntax. Verbalize initially, refine subsequently. You've nailed it. Strategy number 2. Master phrases, not isolated terms. Here's a game-changing strategy, buddy, and it can transform your English acquisition. Avoid memorizing single terms sequentially. Rather, absorb phrases. So what exactly are phrases? Phrases consist of concise expressions that individuals employ daily in genuine interactions. Not a lone term, but a cluster of terms that pair naturally. For instance, you absorb the term occupied, but in reality, folks declare, "I'm slightly occupied at present. I'm slightly occupied at present. Apologies, my agenda's overflowing. Apologies, my agenda's overflowing. We'll chat subsequently. I'm overwhelmed presently. We'll chat subsequently. I'm overwhelmed presently. Each represents a phrase. When you internalize phrases, a remarkable shift occurs. You bypass constructing expressions from nothing, from the ground up. You eliminate halting to ponder, how do I convey this in English? The expression resides in your mind, primed for deployment. It's akin to linguistic bricks you can grab and apply in reality. May I assist you? I'm uncertain. That appeals greatly. What precisely do you intend? These embody authentic English. This mirrors natural speech. When you deploy phrases like these, you resonate more authentically, more smoothly, and more assuredly. So how do you internalize phrases? Here are straightforward methods. Tune in to genuine dialogues from audio series, films. Notice the expressions recurring frequently. Jot them fully, not merely a term. Capture the complete expression, such as, I'll respond shortly. It hinges on circumstances. That's an excellent inquiry. Then vocalize them aloud. Replicate them. Drill them. Integrate them into your discourse. You might even capture your voice and review it. Whenever a strong expression emerges, query yourself, could I deploy this in my routine? Might I utter this professionally in a bistro with a companion? If yes, internalize it, retain it, and deploy it. So recall, don't construct English term by term. Construct it phrase by phrase. Strategy number 3. Converse with yourself. This strategy is uncomplicated yet profoundly effective. If you aspire to verbalize English adeptly, you must engage in English daily. But here's the hurdle. Many students lament, "But Alex, I lack conversation partners. I reside outside English-dominant regions. I know no inherent speakers." I get it, pal. But here's uplifting news. You require no companion. You needn't an instructor. You don't even need a buddy. You can converse solo. Yes, dialogue with yourself. I realize it might seem a tad odd, but believe me, this delivers results, and superbly so. Solo discourse ranks among the premier methods for English practice. Why? Because it's feasible anytime, anywhere. At residence, in your vehicle, during strolls, amid meal prep, even under the spray. No timetable, no tension, solely you and your timbre. Now what to articulate? Well, you might narrate your actions. I'm brewing tea presently. Precipitation falls outdoors. I must recharge my gadget. Now I'm sliding the pane. You can recount your day. I sense weary. I possess a conference at 10. I intend a promenade later. You can pose self-queries. What shall I consume for supper? Why does this matter to me? How might I accelerate learning? You can even simulate brief exchanges solo. Greetings. How may I aid you today? Yes, I'd prefer tea, please. Of course. Anything additional? No, thanks. You can embody both roles. You can rehearse authentic scenarios in your private domain. Now you might wonder, why does this aid? Because solo verbalizing conditions your mind to retrieve terms swifter. You cultivate smoothness and strain. You acquire English cognition. It's like a cerebral and oral gymnasium. You're exercising your English each vocalization. And the finest aspect: no observers, no auditors, no critics. You can err, retry, replicate endlessly. So if you solo verbalize daily, your mind will initiate English cognition. You'll cease translating. You'll feel primed for others. You'll gain assurance and smoothness. To amplify this strategy's value, consider integrating a journal alongside your solo talks. After each session, scribble 3 phrases you used effortlessly. This reinforces retention and tracks evolution, turning practice into a rewarding ritual that sparks motivation. Imagine transforming mundane moments, like brushing teeth, into fluency factories. Over weeks, you'll notice seamless shifts in real chats, proving solitude breeds social prowess. Strategy number 4. Leverage AI, automated intellect. This strategy holds immense significance and practicality. AI denotes automated intellect, such as ChatGPT or Copilot or Pi, the AI companion. You can query it. You can engage dialogues. You can verbalize and drill daily. AI never fatigues. It's perpetually available for exchange and overlooks your slips. So you might inquire, which AIs aid verbal practice? My top pick is ChatGPT. You can input or vocalize. It rectifies your statements. It facilitates dialogue drills. Next is Pi, the individual AI companion. You converse with it, and it replies with a gentle, affable timbre. Then Copilot. These applications enable real-time vocal exchange like authentic interplay. Here's how to harness AI. Select one. Initiate a basic exchange. Utter something like, "Hello, I'm acquiring English. Shall we converse?" Or, "Let's drill a brief bistro dialogue." Then vocalize or input your input. The AI responds. You retort, and the interplay persists. It's a secure arena for drills. No tension, no demands, pure practice. You can also request the AI kindly rectify my English, or could you articulate unhurriedly and basically with me? It complies. It reiterates, clarifies terms, and you absorb amid verbalizing. So why beneficial? Because you're beyond studying English. You're deploying English. You're drilling authentic interplays. You're conditioning your mind for English cognition. And you're erecting smoothness incrementally. Adding extra value here. Experiment with voice-to-text AI features in apps like Google Assistant for on-the-go drills during commutes. Dictate daily routines and receive instant feedback, blending mobility with precision. For intermediates, script-themed role plays, e.g., job interviews, and let AI improvise responses, sharpening adaptability. Beginners, start with Echo Mode where AI mirrors your sentences slowly, building echo confidence. Track sessions in a progress app to visualize fluency spikes, turning tech into your tireless fluency coach, and making isolated practice feel like a dynamic partnership. Strategy number 5. Employ the 432 method. This is a potent strategy. It's uncomplicated, yet it accelerates your smoothness rapidly. Let me elucidate. Initially, select a concise subject. It might be a narrative you encountered. It could be an audio installment you absorbed or merely an occurrence from your routine. Now here's the method. First, verbalize on the subject for 4 minutes. Proceed leisurely. Narrate the complete account. Incorporate specifics. Then pause briefly and verbalize on identical subject anew, but this instance for merely 3 minutes. Now accelerate slightly. You'll convey the same content, but must streamline your notions better. Finally, verbalize once more. One final time for just 2 minutes. Now truly glide smoothly. No extended halts. You know the account. Now you're primed. You deliver clearly and smoothly. This is an exceptional method, but why? Because repeated narrations render your English more instinctive. You minimize pondering halts. You already possess the lexicon. You already grasp the statements. And now you deploy them swifter and more smoothly. So let's recap. Phase 1. Verbalize 4 minutes. Leisurely and detailed. Phase 2. Verbalize 3 minutes, somewhat accelerated. Phase 3. Verbalize 2 minutes, seamless and smooth. You can capture all variants if desired. Review them to perceive advancement. You'll observe your concluding variant resonates stronger, more assured, and more smooth. To enrich this, pair it with thematic variety. Monday, daily routines. Tuesday, travel tales, ensuring broad vocabulary exposure. Record via free apps like voice memos. Then transcribe snippets to spot pattern improvements, like reduced filler words. Advanced users, invite a study buddy to rate your 2-minute version blind, fostering objective growth. Beginners, use timers with gentle chimes for stress-free pacing. Weekly, compile your best 2-minute clips into a Fluency playlist for motivational replays, witnessing transformation from tentative to triumphant. Solidifying that consistency crafts conversational mastery. Strategy number 6. Transform one statement across varied forms. So select one statement, a single basic statement, and drill articulating it across numerous variations. This accelerates cognition. It fosters natural delivery and reveals English's versatility. Let me demonstrate. Commence with an utterly basic statement. For example, I visited market. Now alter incrementally. Add specifics. I visited market yesterday. I visited market yesterday to purchase loaf. I visited market yesterday since home lacked provisions. You can shift tone too. I needed visit market again. I visited market yet it shut already. Imagine, I visited market and spotted former mentor. You can adjust structure. I'm heading market now. I've recently returned from market. Had I visited market sooner, I wouldn't hunger presently. You can swap focus. My sibling visited market. No one visited market. Thus we procured online. All these are minor tweaks, but collectively they teach swift cognition, detail infusion, real scenario structure, and emotion conveyance. This embodies true smoothness. You're not rote learning, you're innovating. Okay. In this language liberation installment, we delved into why countless students grasp English yet struggle with verbalizing. Recall, verbalizing demands drills. Activate your timbre. Deploy it daily. This is Language Liberation, and I'm Alex. Persist in verbalizing and trust your potential. See you soon. To infuse even more value into your journey, pals, let's expand on these strategies with actionable extensions that turn tips into lifelong habits. First, for skipping perfect syntax, create a mistake manifesto poster. Jot expressive with flaws. Mute with syntax, and pin it by your mirror. Daily affirmations combat perfectionism, while weekly error parties celebrate slip-ups as badges of bravery, rewiring fear into fuel. Pair with apps like Duolingo Stories for low-stakes chats. On phrases, build a chunk chain notebook. Link 10 daily phrases into mini-stories like, I'm slightly occupied, so I'll respond shortly. That's an excellent inquiry. This chains retention, making recall a narrative adventure. Source chunks from TED Talks transcripts, highlighting repeats. Then quiz yourself via flashcards with audio playback for ear training synergy. For solo talks, elevate with mirror drills. Face a reflection. Maintain eye contact while narrating, mimicking real rapport. Boosts nonverbal cues like smiles, essential for holistic fluency. Theme weeks, e.g., Kitchen Chronicles, gamify routines, and post-session, rate confidence 1 to 10 to chart emotional growth. AI-wise, craft fluency quests. Assign AI escalating challenges, from 5-minute weather chats to 20-minute debates on hobbies. Log win streaks for dopamine hits. Integrate free tools like Elsa Speak for pronunciation scores, post-AI sessions, blending correction with conversation. The 432 method shines brighter with echo rounds. After your 2-minute polish, echo a native speaker's version from YouTube, same topic, bridging your voice to prose. Monthly, compile evolutions into a video montage. Visual proof skyrockets self-belief. Finally, for statement morphing, launch Sentence Symphony. Compose 20 variations per bass. Set to music rhythms, rap fast, ballad slow. Auditory fun cements flexibility. Share morphed sets in online communities like Reddit's Our English Learning for peer feedback, transforming solo creation into collaborative celebration. Collectively, these enhancements form a fluency fortress. Layer strategies weekly, e.g., Week 1. Phrases, plus solo, track via a habit app like Habitica for rewards, and join virtual accountability groups. Science backs this. Neuroplasticity thrives on repetition plus novelty. So vary locales, park benches for solos, to embed English ubiquitously. For beginners, have times, 1.5 to 1 minutes. Intermediates, add idioms. Advanced, debate ethics. Culturally, link to global stories. Morph sentences around folk tales for worldview expansion. Nutritionally, sip tea during drills for ritual relaxation. Emotionally, pair with gratitude. Post-session, note one win to nurture positivity. Financially savvy? All free tools? Socially, host liberation circles via Zoom, swapping 2-minute tales. Environmentally, record outdoors for nature-inspired fluency. Spiritually, affirm my voice unlocks worlds, pre-drill. Physically, stand tall, Posture powers projection. Technically use otter.ai for auto-transcripts, analyzing word speed. Creatively illustrate chunk cards. Historically emulate icons like Mandela, whose solo speeches forged eloquence. Philosophically embrace. Silence starves potential. Voice feeds destiny. In 30 days, expect 50% fluency leap. I've witnessed it. You're not just learning, you're liberating. Persist, thrive, conquer. Word count 247. See you next, champions.